Hello everyone. In today's Psych Talk session, we are with our guest speaker, Mr. Sai Shankar Kotha. It's a pleasure to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
He is actually a software engineer by profession, and then he has inspired many people and turned himself into a transformation coach. And he is with Wellness Atlas. So it's a pleasure to have you here, sir. The stage is all yours.
Yeah, hi everyone. So my name is Sai Shankar, and I'm actually originally from Telangana, but currently settled in Bangalore right now from last 7+ years. So yes, as Asha was saying that I am a software engineer by profession, but parallelly I am also a transformation coach with Wellness Atlas. So basically, how I got into this journey was I transformed myself. I used to be overweight. I used to be obese, uh, almost around 18 plus kgs, with high cholesterol and pre-diabetes concerns. So I have reversed my health with the help of the community, and I loved how the community is working towards a better health, a preventive health, and that's what pushed me towards becoming a coach with the community. And it's a pleasure that I'm part of this association.
Oh, sir, can you please explain us how wellness helps us and how we can uh, dwell deep into our lifestyle? So, what is the meaning of lifestyle medicine?
Right. Yeah. So basically, we hear these words a lot these days, right? So wellness, lifestyle. So this has become so much trendy that people are not understanding what exactly they are also. But they are just following. Okay, someone is telling wellness, someone is telling lifestyle, and people who are interested towards health, they are going to either gym, right? Or people who are not or just scared, they are just running away from it. But they are not understanding what a healthy lifestyle means. See, everyone has a job, everyone has their own life. But many a times, what people are trying to do is, okay, I have my own life and I cannot take care of my health. That was me 6 years back. As I was a fresher in the software industry, I was thinking I have to spend a lot of time working where I'll get time to even take care of my health. But majorly, the lifestyle means it's not something new that you have to implement in your life, right? The lifestyle is something you embed, right? The health is something you embed along with your current lifestyle or current job, what you are going through. Even if you are a homemaker, even if you are a software engineer, even if you are a CA, even if you are a traveler, you can still take care of your health. The thing is, we should be intentional about it. We should actually add those habits into our lifestyle, right? So those small changes can actually get us long term health. So that's what wellness is to me. That's what lifestyle is to me.
So, can you give us a nutshell of what's lifestyle? What factors it includes? Like people say, sleep is an essential component of lifestyle. Sleep, stress management, healthy diet. So, what can be the quick tips for us to know the best form of lifestyle?
So basically, yes. See, currently, if someone wants to lose weight, people approach me. If someone has some lifestyle concerns, like it can be basic concerns like acidity, gastritis, right? And some complicated concerns like diabetes, thyroid, fatty liver, all these concerns, people come and approach us to reverse them, right? But basically, we have to understand the pillars of lifestyle. So we always think we have if we have to lose weight, I have to do more exercise, I have to eat less. But that's not the right mindset at all. Because that can work for you until a temporary time. Like it's a short time you can work on it. Maybe for 6 months you can starve yourself, you can lose weight, but after that you will get more cravings. Again you will go back to where you have started, right? So we have to have the intention of building something along with what I am going through right now. See, as a South Indian, we eat rice at home. And if I am losing weight and if I'm not eating rice, that's a bad thing. Because after 6 months, you have to go and eat rice only. Correct? So, likewise, if I divide wellness into like certain pillars, so there are six important pillars that we have to consider. Okay, the first important pillar is food and nutrition, right? See, if we eat less, the less nutrition we are giving to our body. Even if we lose weight, we are becoming weaker. What is the sense of becoming weaker and becoming reducing weight? So we are having intention of reducing weight to become healthier, right? So we have to understand, okay, am I giving right nutrition to my body?
Exactly.
Right? It can be through food, it can be through certain supplements that can help us, right? So we have to understand what my body needs. First thing. Second is movement. Many a times people think movement or activity means only exercise. So they do around 1 hour or 1.5 hour walking in the morning or workout in the morning, and this they sit throughout the day without movement. Right? Sitting is also a stress, which again produces belly fat.
Yeah.
Right? So we have to understand the root cause. Okay, even if I am in a sitting job, am I moving frequently? Or what exactly am I doing for that movement? I can understand busy professionals, heavy life, hectic schedule, but don't you think like you can move while you are talking over calls in the office? You can do that. Your family is calling you, you pick up the phone, get up from your chair. It can be as simple as that, but we tend to forget these things. We always tell ourselves, we always give excuse to ourselves like I worked so hard, let me rest. No, you already rested in your seat until this time. So at least get up this time. Correct? So that's one pillar. Third is sleep. Right? So sleep is very important pillar, but we neglect it the most. Right? So some extra work is there. So I'll just spend this 1 to 2 hours in the night. Let me finish this and then go to sleep. That's one thing we do. Next Fridays. Oh, I have worked so much hard all the weekend, also all over the week. Let me enjoy my Netflix. So I'll not sleep tonight. Right? So this is how we are neglecting sleep. But there's a very important fact that many of the people doesn't know about this is just a delay in half an hour of sleep can actually lead to 60% of immunity loss for the next 30 days in your life.
Oh, that is actually
That
an
much,
eye opener.
right? That much impact a sleep can give to us. But what are we doing? We are just neglecting it for very smaller
Just for the
things,
sake of entertainment. Yeah.
just for the sake of entertainment, right? That's what we are doing. And there is one more pillar in the sleep itself, right? So we always consider, okay, I am sleeping for 7 to 8 hours, right? But how is my circadian rhythm or biological cycle is, right? Our body expects us to sleep at particular point of time and wake up at particular point of time so that it can do its job, right? It starts cleansing all our body organs. But if you're not sleeping, body goes into stress mode again. Body thinks again something is happening to you, so it tries to protect you. Correct? So we have to understand why we have to sleep also. In olden days, when our grandparents used to tell you have to sleep early, you have to eat early, we didn't knew the reason why they are saying it. But the thing is, before you sleep, your digestion has to be completed. Your sleep should not interrupt, or your digestion should not interrupt your sleep. Your sleep is meant for something very larger than what you think. It is making us ready for the next day. But we
Exactly.
miss it big time.
Yeah, I get one question here. Because people are today in this busy life, they are having night shift and all these things. So in that moment, they whatever sleep they miss at night, they make it up in the next day. So is it beneficial even if we sleep for 8 hours in the morning? Does it have the same effect the with the same night sleep gives us? Because it
So
is out of circadian rhythm, right?
yes, Arshil. So basically, there are two types of shifts that keep seeing, like I get seeing in the people who approach me, right? Some are having rotational shifts. So some will be having like 1 to 10 p.m. for 2 weeks, then after 8 to 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. sometimes, and they'll be having morning shifts. So for these people, circadian rhythm keeps shifting. it is very tough for them to maintain their health, right? But there are certain people I also see who are having complete night shift, right? So if they are getting into that biological cycle, maybe they have fixed those timings for themselves, it's good, but not as good as like people who are sleeping early. That I can say. Okay, but you have to fix timings for yourself, that what time you are sleeping and what time you are waking up. This particular timings you have to set up for yourself if you are in complete night shift, because you cannot give up on your job, you have to work. So but you also have to focus on your health. You're like, okay, if my ends at 4 a.m., let me do some meditation, let me calm down myself through all the stress what I have gone through, then I go to sleep, then I'll have around 7 hours of sleep. But you have to practice this devotionally, right?
Means
So
that
sometimes,
even if a night shift worker is there, the person should have a set amount of sleep hours in the day. Like let's say 5 hours or 6 hours, that should be fixed. That should not be changing.
correct, correct. So it might not give the same effect on the of night sleep, but it will actually help them maintain their at least health what they can maintain,
So
right?
apart from this, uh, do do you have more the other pillars part completed? Can I
No,
have
no,
one
there are
question?
more pillars. There are more pillars to cover.
So you please continue.
Yes, yes. So basically, that I was covering about sleep, right? So there is one more pillar to our lives. So that is stress, right? So these days, like even a 6-year-old is going through so much of stress because of the school, right? So there is no escaping from this, right? But the thing is, how do we manage our stress? That's what matters. Okay. So stress management is one part where many people ignore. Okay. So as a software engineer, I know like if somewhere I get stuck, I used to sit on that one particular problem for hours. I'm not getting unstuck. I want some problem. I want some resolution. I was not able to like even get up from my seat. Here I'm stressing myself more. But later, when I learned about stress management, how to calm down myself, right, how to clear my thoughts, that's when I became more productive at my work as well, right? I used to take a short 5 to 10 minutes break. I used to go for a walk. I used to go into the sunlight. I started doing this, right? And it cleared out my mind and I resolved my concerns very faster than what I used to, right? So stress actually produces something called, like whenever we are stressed, there's a hormone that gets produced. It's called cortisol, right? So cortisol in a way it produces cholesterol in our bodies. So this again takes us to maybe a early man era where our ancestors used to hunt. So when there are like wild animals that approach them, when they'll get immense amount of stress, and this cortisol used to help them survive. So this cholesterol which is getting produced with the help of cortisol. So this is the fastest way to spend energy, right? So you can instantly run. You cannot tell a tiger or a lion that I'll eat, I'll get energy, and then I'll run, right? So this cholesterol which is getting produced in our own body will used to help us to run away from those wild animals. But the same thing even happens today. But we are stressing mentally by sitting in our chairs. So whatever the cholesterol is getting produced is getting stored in our bodies. And that's the majority of the reasons like why most of the people having belly fat today, right? So I don't have any concerns, sir. So I am all fit, just my belly fat is out, right? So you're doing something wrong in this pillar for sure. So you have to understand, learn techniques, what do you love to do apart from your work, right? So you have to understand. So for me, it's the sunlight and it's the walks in the sunlight for me, right? It can be music for some people, it can be entertainment for some people, right? But you have to understand what works for me, right? And in that way, we have to proceed forward, right? So there are two more pillars. So next is environment. See, we cannot control the environment outside. Whatever pollution we are having outside, we cannot control it. But do you know, like, our homes are actually 10 times more polluted than outside, right? So there are many electronical devices in our home that are impacting our health, right? Washing machine we are using, fridges we are using, laptops we are using, TVs we are using, right? And how is our kitchen, right? That is very important part that we miss big time. See, kitchen is like a hospital, literal hospital, that everything that come from there, that can give us health, right? But we misuse kitchen big time, right? These days I see for fast cooking people use pressure cookers, right?
Exactly.
Aluminium vessels. So all these in again impact our health big time. I used to
Right.
hear stories like around 5 to 10 years back, right? A person who is old, who used to like around 50 in 50s, they got into cancer and they never ate outside. They used to completely eat home cooked food. How did she end up with cancer? I asked myself this question, and later, after joining the community, I found my answer. The utensils which we are using, if you are using aluminium or non-stick for more than 15 to 20 years, the toxins which are entering into our body creates inflammation. And that inflammation going forward can even turn into cancers,
Exactly.
right? So that's how our environment is very much important for us, but we miss it big time. And very last important pillar is belongingness, the association which we belong to, right? In a home, a husband is positive, wife is negative. Even husband will get health issues. It works the either ways, right? Husband is negative, wife is positive. Even wife will get the negative health concerns, different health concerns, because the environment itself is not right, right? In a similar fashion, how many people are we are surrounding are having good intentions about us, right? So if I tell
Exactly.
someone that I am investing or if I am doing something good, how many will support and clap for me? If none, if only one or two, then you have to change your association, because this impacts our health big time and we don't even observe it, right? Because we always thinking, Array, if I am telling this person something, he again thinks again this is something negative that he gives me, so I don't tell him and I'm stressed out, right? So it is very important how we are associated with people also, right? So that's what I see people around me, like the clients who approach me. There is so much negativity outside in the world, right? Even at my workplace, I cannot trust my own colleague who's my own teammate. So that's how it is today, correct? But in
Because
this,
of the increasing competition too, no, nowadays there is a lot of competition and people want to somehow go get in front in the race. So that's the reason we don't have that kind of connectedness and the belongingness, as you say.
right, Darshana, that's true actually. So basically, yes, everyone thinks they are in a race, but how far you can run without your health, right? So how much ever you are saving, you will actually spend the same amount or more for your health in your later stages. The thing is, you many people doesn't prioritize this. Currently, for me, health is a priority. I have to make myself a right association around me, right? So we as a community we address this concern, right? So we have different associations for guys, how to improve ourselves in the pillar of health, how to be consistent with the pillar of relationships, right? With the wealth part, right? Similarly, with the self growth, how as a human being I'm thinking right now, and how better am I becoming on everyday basis, right? So all these pillars are very important, but Somewhere in the road, we were so fixed that I have to run my own race. I don't have to care for other people, right? So that's what we believe in. So if you want to run faster, you run alone, right? If you want to run longer, you should have people with you, correct?
People who can have good intentions for you. That is also important.
Correct, correct. So we have to understand who are those people for ourselves, right?
Exactly.
That's how we have to focus on all these six pillars together to actually be having a right health for the next 20 to 30 years, to not enter into any health concerns or to not end up in hospitals basically.
Exactly. So, can you suggest us the minimum workout time for busy bees? Because some people are very like having a tight schedule. So, what is the minimum requirement of physical activity that we can suggest them?
Okay. So here, in my opinion, there are no busy people. Okay. There is no prioritization.
Okay.
Okay. See, even the CEO of a company, he runs in the morning. Okay. He even goes out for workout in the night. Even PM Narendra Modi, he is doing his workout every single day.
Yeah.
We are not busier than PM,
Okay.
right? The thing is the right intention towards our health. So even the 5 to 10 minutes of time, if we get break, am I using it for my activity, right? So 5 minutes into 4 times in a day, 20 minutes you can cover. 10 minutes into 2 times a day, again 20 minutes you can cover. But the thing is,
So
we
it
have to
depends upon the priorities you place rather than being like having a tight schedule. It's about the priorities which you put in.
correct.
Okay.
So many people say that I cannot do workout because I am very busy. You're not busy. If you are sick, the first thing you wanted to come out of is your that concern, that health concern, right? That fever or whatever the viral infection that you have went through, you are expecting that to come out of it first, right? Then only you will think of all the other jobs that you have to do. Why to end up in that place first?
Because this question we get almost in our daily practice when we go to clinic. Even teenagers or young adolescent girls, they tell us when they come with PCOS, and they come and tell us that they don't have time to do workout. So that is something disheartening to hear from such young people, that they don't find time for themselves, at least half an hour in a day.
Correct. Though they tell this, so we have to ask them like you should have the right intention towards your body first, because see you have big goals in your life to achieve, but without support of your body you cannot do anything.
Exactly.
You have to reduce your studies for half an hour. Maybe the screen time you unknowingly are doing, right?
Yeah.
Many people does this, but they miss this big time.
Yes. To shed some light on superfoods. People have a concept of superfoods everywhere. Wherever you go into Instagram, you go to Facebook. People always talk about some superfoods that can boost our immunity, that can boost our health. So, what is your idea about it?
See, every food that is made has its own purpose. It gives us a good health, right? So we are so much processing them and making it into junk and consuming it today. So there is, if you ask me the superfood, it's the natural food what we are getting, right? Whatever we are eating, fruits, all fruits, there are no super fruits. Vegetables, all vegetables, there are no super vegetables, right? So the thing is, how well am I consuming them? How balanced am I making my food plate into, right? So am I eating all the vegetables, or am I like, no, I don't eat bangan, I don't like it, right? I don't eat karela, I don't like it. So how much restrictions are we giving ourselves, right? So again, people think or people say this, ki that I am working out so I can eat pizza and burger also. Again, the wrong mindset, right? So we have to understand, the more natural we consume, the more authentic, the more we go old school, right? How our parents used to eat, how they used to feed us when like 15 to 20 years back. Just go to there, pick that up, you'll get your health back, right?
Exactly. So, can you shed some light on what cases you handle the most? Is it about weight loss or some people which come with the concern of weight gain? So, which are
So
most frequently found?
yes, yes, Arshia. So basically, see, uh, most people these days come with weight loss concerns, like overweight concerns or obese concerns, right? There are very few people with high metabolism and less weight concerns or underweight concerns, right? So most people come to us with overweight and obese only. Like where only 5 to 10% who come to us are underweight, right? So, what is the major concern all of these are facing? Not just overweight people, but even underweight people are facing. It's the gut health. What am I putting in my body? That matters the most. So, they are damaging their gut to that extent that it takes so much time to just repair it, right? So, whatever the level our gut is damaged, it at least takes 2 months to repair it. So we first focus on internal repair. Rather than focusing on weight loss or weight gain, we always focus on internal health, right? So because if the internal health fixed, our body knows how much weight I should be at. Right? It will take us where I should be at, where we should be at, right? So that's the intention what we carry when we guide someone. That see internal health or the root cause level repair is something what we need to fix our health for life, right? If I'm going to gym and reducing, yes, you will lose weight, but whatever the concerns you are facing inside your body, those are not resolved, right? If you go for a run, 10K run every day morning, you will lose weight, but whatever is happening inside our body, you cannot repair, right? So we have to understand the root cause first, why this person has gained weight in the first place. So fixing it from there makes more sense and gives a longer maintenance also.
I get one question here. So, what are the tips for healthy eating?
Okay, so I just wanted to give a small example here. See, if I ask the audience who are watching this, so basically, if I ask you like, is beetroot a healthy vegetable? Right? Everyone will say, most of you say it's a yes, right? But for diabetics, it's not suggestible, right? So similarly, if I ask broccoli, a healthy vegetable, so yes, but for hypothyroidism,
It
it's
is
not.
not advisable.
It's not advisable, right? So we have to understand what food suits my body, because everyone's body is different. Like the same shirt doesn't fit everyone, the same foods doesn't work for everyone. So that's where we need an expert guidance to understand where my body has to be, right? So that's where it all makes sense. Or else, if I'm seeing my friend, Array, he is becoming healthy by eating certain foods, I am eating the same food, I'm not healthy. I'm not even losing a pound. Your bodies are completely different. Even in a family, in a single family, all your families' bodies are completely different. You cannot even compare it to your father, mother, spouse, kids. No, you have your own lifestyle, and that is like designing your body on daily basis, right? Defining your body on daily basis. So you have to understand what suits you and build that lifestyle for yourself, right? So that will be like a greater help than what food suits me, or what is the diet that I should follow.
One last question I received here, that can you please help us with a few tips for weight loss in general?
Okay, so I usually say, so there are no general tips. Okay, there are no general tips. There are no generic tips. It works different for everyone. But on this platform, I just wanted to tell, keep yourself aware of what you are doing on your daily lifestyle. Get away from junk more, eat more natural foods, walk more, move more, sleep on time, sleep 7 to 8 hours. Give yourself that proper rest, right? So all these are like basic needs, right? This should happen like you get up in the morning and you brush your teeth, right? All these habits should be like that. But are we doing this? Are we doing these basic things? Then 99% of times problems don't come to us, right?
Exactly.
We are missing out somewhere in all these pillars, and that's where we are ending up with some or the other health concerns, right?
So being mindful and following your lifestyle in a proper manner is the tip for getting better
Everyone,
health.
everyone,
Okay.
yes.
So let me check if I have further questions, and if not, I will end it. No more questions here, I guess. Yes. So thank you so much for your precious time and efforts. It's really like an eye-opener session for us, and I hope our audience would be much enriched to get such information. And we hope and wish that we have future endeavors with you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much,
much.
Arshia. Thank you so much
Thank,
for inviting me here on this forum. Right? I
thank
am glad that I can make some impact on people's mindset basically today. Right? So it's all about the mindset that we are carrying. So I hope that I made a very little difference, at least a very little difference in their thought process. And thank you so much for inviting me here. It's a
thank
pleasure to have.
thank you once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.